Hello, this is Dan Fitzpatrick, the AI educator. Back in 1996, IBM released Deep Blue. Now, Deep Blue was an AI model that was designed to play chess. A lot of you might have heard of it. And in 1996, they played Garry Kasparov. Garry Kasparov, the grandmaster of chess, best chess player in the world. So Deep Blue AI played Garry Kasparov. Garry Kasparov beat it. So the people at IBM went away and they worked on Deep Blue, and they had a rematch the following year. In 1997, Deep Blue played Garry Kasparov. 1997, we're talking 26 years ago here, AI beat the grandmaster of chess. And famously, after that, Garry Kasparov said that chess is over. Now, anybody who's into chess, anybody who is a chess fan will know that 26 years later, chess is not over. In fact, chess is more popular than it's ever been. More young people watch chess than ever have in history. More young people are playing it, and not just young people, people of all ages around the world playing it, watching it. It's become very, very popular. Now, my question is, if you're a chess fan, then surely for the last 26 years, the best thing you could have done to watch the best game of chess, the most technical game of chess, would be to watch two AIs play each other. That would give you the best game of chess ever, surely. But that's not what's going on. The buzz around chess, the popularity around chess, isn't because people are watching two AIs play each other. It's because they're still watching two humans play each other. Why? Why do they still choose to watch two humans? I think the answer to that question is very similar to the answer of another question. And it's a question I get quite a bit. Will artificial intelligence replace teachers? My answer is, I don't think it will. Now, stick with me for a bit while I explain this. Why do we still watch chess? Because humans need connection with other humans. We are human beings. Through biological evolution, we are programmed to connect to other human beings for our survival. And it means that we grow emotional attachments to human beings. That you could even go as far as to say we gain our meaning from other human beings. Now, I know that's certainly true. I've got a 4 and a 3-year-old son and daughter at home, and I gain a lot of my meaning as a father from those human beings, from my children. And I'm sure that resonates with people listening or watching this, that we gain our meaning, we gain understanding of who we are through other human beings. And I think that is exactly the same principle for wanting to watch humans play chess, or any sport for that matter, or watching movies, or being entertained by music, or connecting with art, for example. Through doing those activities, we are connecting with other human beings. We're connecting with the people behind the art, behind the article we read, behind whatever it is we are partaking in. We're connecting with the humans who are struggling in that chess game. We go through the struggle with them. We get behind the underdog. We see the suffering. We see the journey. We see the successes. Almost that meta-narrative of being human that we see in lots of movies and stories around us of failure and journey to success and redemption. It's part of us being human beings. Will AI replace that? Let's go on to the question about, will it replace teachers? Will AI replace teachers? It is my hope, and I know it will be able to do this, but it's going to take our collective efforts to make sure that this happens. But it's my hope that artificial intelligence will help take away the parts of being a teacher, and let's extend that, the parts of being anything in this world, the parts of our lives, the parts of our jobs that turn us into computers, turn us into robots, into machines, that shackle us to the technology. I truly believe that any transformational technology now has to unshackle us from technology, not connect us even more to it, to allow us to become more human. And my hope for education is that these tools and the promise they're shown and some of the capabilities they're already shown, that they will allow teachers to be unshackled from the things that turn us into machines, from data crunch and data analysis, from all of the bits that stress us out. And hopefully this technology will allow us to be more human with our students. Goodness knows they need it. Goodness knows our students need their teachers. They need the people in their lives who are their role models to be human beings, who are willing to go on the human journey with them, who are willing to help them form their character, to be with them in their failures, to help them through to the successes. We need humans to do that with us, and our students need human teachers to do that. So what's the place of AI in this? Now, I think AI is going to play a massive part. I mean, it just is. The chances are in the next year, 2 years, definitely the next 5 years, we'll all have an AI assistant. We'll engage with AI. We'll talk to AI. We'll probably even call these AI friends, maybe. They'll tell us jokes and we'll laugh. They'll understand us. They'll know how to communicate with us on a certain level. So that's not going to go away, I don't think. I think that will happen. However, I believe that as humans, we will still see that connection as somewhat superficial. And we'll still crave human connection. Now, a lot of people might be going, well, Dan, look at the mobile phone. It takes all the attention away from our young people. Yes, but the difference there is through the mobile phone, they're connecting with other humans. Now, it might not always have the desired results, but the intention there is to try and connect with other humans on the other side of whatever app they're using. I don't think an AI is going to replace that. I don't think an AI is going to replace those meaningful relationships. It'll replace parts of them. Maybe I think the functional parts, maybe of some relationships, maybe the transactional parts of some relationships. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it'll help our relationships to be less transactional, less functional, and more human in the way that we display empathy and we help each other on this journey. You can probably tell as I'm talking that I used to be a philosophy teacher, so I love to philosophize around this. But I think we have to. I think any technology that is created in the likeness of human beings, and using almost religious language there, but any technology that's created in the likeness puts a mirror up to us and asks us some very fundamental questions about our existence, about who we are, about our role in society, our role within relationships. And I think we have to approach those questions. We have to approach that subject matter with good intention. We learned a lot of mistakes through social media. I think as a society, we let social media wash over us and we took the bad, the good, and the ugly with it. But there's a lot of good there. But we have to drive our intention. A friend of mine, Kai Vacher, a fantastic podcast, and the principal at the British School in Muscat, talks about parenting AI. And it's interesting, there's a great article in The Atlantic recently. The journalist spent a lot of time with Sam Altman from OpenAI. And in his conversations with Sam Altman, they talk about AI, specifically ChatGPT being almost like a baby. And it's starting to learn how to do things. And a baby needs good parenting. A baby needs parenting to stay on the right track, to not be harmed and to not harm others. And we have to do that. And you might be thinking, well, how do we do that? We're teachers, we're educators, whatever you do, we're not big tech. We're not the people who are creating this. We're not the government who can step in and create regulation around this. So what can we do? And I think that the answer is clear. We, each one of us, are the gatekeepers to our classrooms. We're the gatekeepers to our schools. And we should be very clear that the technology we allow into our classrooms should unshackle us from the machine side of engaging with technology, engaging with AI, and help us to be more human. But we have to do that with intent. And that means not just getting technology to support what we've always done. Those days are gone. And by the way, the education system has done amazingly, absolutely amazing. I'm not saying this is a good thing, but they've done an amazing job at really selecting the technology that upholds the current system. That's kept us in box one. If you want to know more about that, go back through my newsletters. You might have heard me speak, and I talk about the 3-box solution to innovation by Vijay Govindarajan, and how box one is what we've always done. Box 3 is creating the future. We can't just keep making what we've always done more efficient with technology. It's not going to work. And technology is going to far outpace us. We need to jump into box 3. We need to create the future. We need to create a new system. And we need to be gatekeepers of that new system. We need to create that new system with intention, and the intention that we want the education system to become more human, less mechanical, to help us form the student, to help us form characters and go on that journey. That's what our students need. It's what our students want most of all, that human connection. And when we cram our education systems, our classrooms with data gathering, so that we can direct them towards that exam on the last day of school, we're almost taking the human out of it. Why are we doing that? To satisfy some system that really isn't valued as much as it used to be? Is it valued at all? We can change this. We can do this. AI will help us. AI will help us, but we have to have our intentions behind it. We have to guide this, as Kai Vatcher says, we have to parent it. Now, going back to 1997, the year that IBM's Deep Blue beat the chess master Garry Kasparov. In 1997, I was 11 years old. We got our first computer. I remember it sat in the corner of the dining room and nobody really used it. And after a few months, my parents sent it back. When we got on with our lives thinking the computer was just probably a bit of a hype. Little did we know how much it was going to change the world. And in fact, from 1997 to 2007, 10 years, what's 10 years? Don't know about you, could be showing my age here, but 2013, 10 years ago from when I'm recording this, feels like yesterday. 10 years goes by fast. From 1997 to 2007, we went from 1997, pre-Google, basic browsers, basic internet. 2007, Steve Jobs stands on the stage at Apple and delivers the iPhone, the first ever iPhone that went on to change how we interact with technology, with cloud technology, mobile technology, smart technology. We are at the 1997 of AI. This time, though, it's not going to take 10 years. It's going to take months, a few years at most, before we're in a different world. A better world, hopefully. The applications that we're going to have, we just can't even imagine yet. We can guess things like the AI assistants, but we're going to be living in a world where we can't even grasp it yet. Can't even grasp it. But one of the things that we will need for sure are those soft skills, those human skills. That's where our value is going to be as humans. The ability to have empathy, to communicate, to lead, to bring people along with us. And so we need to embrace AI. We need to parent AI in our schools. And we need to help AI take away the parts of what it is to be a student, what it is to be a teacher, what it is to be a parent, what it is to be a human in this society. You might be listening to this thinking this is very optimistic. And I agree, it is optimistic. I've got an optimistic outlook on this. I also consider the pessimistic view of where this could go. And I think that's why I try to be optimistic, because I know that the optimistic side of this isn't an impossible future. We just have to do it with intention. We have to guide it with intention. If we wanted to work in education in the way that we needed to, it has to be done with intention. And educators are the people to do that. There's the pessimistic side of it. But I know that as educators, we can embrace this technology, and by embracing it, start guiding it. 1997, IBM, Deep Blue beat Garry Kasparov. So what? We still want to watch the human journey. We still want to watch humans play each other. We're going through a stage where AI is massively going to help education. It's going to be to do some of the jobs that educators can do. So what? Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Because students are still going to want to interact with you as a teacher. They're still going to need you as the human to journey with them. However we do that, in person, online, informally, through sports, through application of knowledge, however that looks in the next few years, the human side of who we are is going to be vital. So let's embrace that. Let's rejoice with that. Let's stop building our human skills if we need to, because that's what's going to be valued. Until next time, I'm Dan Fitzpatrick, the AI Educator. Check out the AIeducator.io for educational AI tools, my newsletter, and much, much more. And I'll see you next time.